Welcome back to Tap with Marcus. If you've ever wondered why we tap on these specific points and what they relate to, this video will walk you through the meridians and the emotional themes behind each one so you can have a deeper understanding of why we tap on these particular parts. In Chinese medicine, your body has energy pathways called meridians, and each meridian is linked to certain organs and emotional patterns. EFT tapping takes a small group of these points, the ones that are easy to reach, and uses gentle tapping to help calm the nervous system and balance that energy out. Now listen, you don't have to memorize all of this theory for tapping to work, but sometimes it's really important that we understand why we actually tap, and it can make it feel more meaningful and deepen your practice in tapping. Let's break down each point, each meridian, and how the emotions relate to it. So we got this tapping the side of the hand, that karate chop point. That is our first position. So in meridian terms, this links to the small intestine meridian. So energetically, this area is often associated with processing particular experiences, feeling stuck, holding on to old pain or grief, and difficulty moving forward. So when we tap here, especially with our opening setup phrases, we're essentially telling the body, I see where I'm stuck and I'm ready to start releasing it. The top of the head, this area connects several meridians and also is closely linked with the crown chakra in some traditions. You can think of this as an integration point, helping tie the whole thing together, but most importantly, calm the whole system and bring the body and mind into a more unified, grounded state. When we tap here, it's like saying to your whole system, you're allowed to relax now. Eyebrow point, this sits on the bladder meridian. So it's often linked with shock and past emotional trauma, deep sadness, and tension in the nervous system. So when we are tapping here, this can support the body in releasing old shocks and softening that tight, guarded feeling we carry behind, our eyes and our forehead. Side of the eye, this sits on the gallbladder meridian, which is often associated with anger and resentment, frustration, indecision, and feeling stuck between choices. When we tap here, it can help us soften sharp emotions and see our situation with a bit more clarity and compassion. Under the eye is linked with the stomach meridian. That's why this point connects so closely with fear and anxiety, knots in your stomach, worry that sits in your body, not just in your mind, so it can sit on your chest. So tapping here can feel like you're soothing that anxious churning feeling, giving the body permission to settle and calm. Point under the nose sits on the governing vessel, and that's a central energy channel that runs up the spine and over the head. So emotionally, this point is often linked with shame, feeling powerless, and feeling like you've done something wrong or that you're not good enough. Tapping here while naming those feelings can be powerful for letting go of self-judgment and starting to reclaim your power. The chin point, that crease between your lower lip and the chin, it connects with the central conception vessel. This area is linked with confusion and self-doubt, not knowing what to do next, and feeling disconnected from your own truth. So tapping here supports clarity and self-acceptance, and it's almost like saying, even if I don't have all the answers yet, I'm still okay. The collarbone point works on the kidney meridian. So in terms of energy, kidneys are often tied to fear, feeling unsafe, that survival stress, and that on edge feeling in the body. So tapping here can move you out of that survival mode and move you into a grounded sense of safety and courage. Under the arm links with the spleen meridian. This point is frequently connected with worry and overthinking, guilt, obsessing about mistakes or worst case scenarios. So when we tap here, it's like we're gently interrupting that loop of worry and inviting more self-compassion, more steadiness. If this feels like a lot of information, do not worry. You don't need to remember which meridian does what for tapping to work. When you follow just a full round of tapping and you're covering all of those areas, the side of the hand, the eyebrow, the top of the head, the side of the eye, the chin, the collarbone, we're completing all of those in a sequence. So you're already working with a powerful mix of points that support your brain, your body, and your energy. So don't worry about trying to remember it all. But if you're the kind of person that likes to understand why, I hope this gives you a deeper appreciation for what's happening within the body and why we tap on different points. Next time you're doing a tapping session, notice how different points feel for you as an individual. Some might feel more sensitive or emotional, and that's the body giving you feedback, and it's all welcome. Just accept and allow it to happen. So if you'd like to go deeper on this journey, check out the rest of my videos in the Start Here Beginner playlist, or jump into one of my guided sessions for anxiety, overthinking, or emotional release. My name is Marcus. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we tap, we breathe, and we receive.